like this then. Damn. All right, let's see what's going on. Wow, so we sound like this. All right, we working it. Shuffle the deck up, you know what I'm saying? I like to do like a I just gotta look to make sure that I'm on the sound there. All right, like this. All right. So how y'all doing today? That's what I wondered. How y'all doing today? We gonna get into the reading for the Consciousness Collective because everything I do is dealing with the consciousness because consciousness is the awareness. So the Most High God consciousness. So if you're not aware of what's going on, it makes more sense for me to connect to the ones that are aware of what's going on. So, consciousness connection, and we on the ascended consciousness connection because we're on a higher frequency, higher vibration, higher way of living, higher way of communicating, higher way of connecting, higher way of being, higher way of existing on the positive side of life, free will, conscious motion. Let me see. I'll be liking to mess with the ancestor portal, man. See, we got some things in the ancestor portal. Let's see what's coming out of here. What's coming out? Anything? He said, no, there's nothing coming out. Uh-oh, there you go. There we go. We in the game. That's 1, 2, 3 times the fun. All right. These are them. I got the numbers on here. Okay. 444, protection, the universe, and spirit guides protect you. 444, protection, the universe, and spirit guides protect you. Okay. What's this one? 777, luck, wonderful things happening. Okay, so you got luck and wonderful things happening. Hey, this is looking like a good message y'all got popping off right here, man. Shout out to the source, consciousness, the Most High God, consciousness, you know what I'm saying? The collective, the ancestors, your spirit guides, you know, spirit, your subconscious guides, you feel me? And then, 666, reflect, wake up to your higher self. 666, because you know, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons, put them together as melanin. Welcome. So reflect, wake up to your higher self. So the message, so today's message is going to be based off of you are protected, protection, the universe, and spirit guides. So you are universally protected by the universe and your spirit guides because they are here to protect you with the 444. And then luck, wonderful things happening. Reflect, wake up to your higher self. All right, cool. And then you know what? We got them all right here. Bam. That's how he guided me to do it. That's how we rolling. Because I asked him to show me to do something different anyway. So boom. With the 444, dealing with the protection, the universe, and spirit guides, we are going to be tapping into the deck right here. Boom. When we hitting the lucky, wonderful happening, it's about your luck and your wonderful things happening. We're tapping into that message. We're going to hit you out of the middle deck with the thought deck. Bow. And then we right here with the reflect, wake up to your higher self. When we tapping into them messages, we're going to hit you with the tarot cards on the complete kit set with these right here. Wow. So that's how we get down. When I'm tapping into each one of these messages, that's when I will be pulling up the card again, letting you know, or the message, pull that up, let you know that's why I'm tapped into or whatever I'm talking to when them guided me to do it. So like I said, we on something new, man, because we ascended out here. So shout out to your other spiritual channels and everything and your other spiritual coaches and stuff. You know, shout out to that. But any title that's given by man can be taken away. You feel me? My title came from the ancestors. They told me who I am, man. So you know what it is. Word Chief Pharaoh, Brandon Leo Panther Dread. Word Chief Pharaoh, Beast Leo Panther Dread. Word Chief Pharaoh, bitch, I'm Leo Panther Dread. You feel me? Or also known as the Big Chief. Ooh, what? Yeah, every scar accounted for because I stood on it my whole life. What? Being authentically myself. Straight up. Never had to lie. Was never afraid to die. Cool. All he did was fly. Even on house arrest. Back in them good old days. Shit. So, protection. The universe, spirit guides protect you. Okay, see, let's tap in. So yeah, you know the universe, spirit guides protect you. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I mean, at the end of the day, you made it through 2025. You feel me? Hey, straight up. I mean, you might not have your motor vehicle. You might not have your house. You might not have your favorite blanket. You might not have the fingernail on your pinky. But today you is alive. Hallelujah. You know, that means praise Yah. Yah means God. So praise God. Hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? No J. Because that's the newest letter of the alphabet is J. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. X, Y, Z, all before J. Okay, so take it how you want to. I don't care. We send it over. Otherwise, go to the other ones. Okay, straight up. The Big Chief. I think you need some help in your life because we all do. And you're spiritually protected by the universe. That's why you connected with me. Why? Because you want to be able to get through something. You got to go there to know there, baby. So, I mean, come on, man. What have y'all survived? I mean, you talk out your mouth all day. You're telling the truth and walking in and nobody ever hits you in your mouth. Then I guess the truth you speak about, you ain't really speaking everywhere you go. You got to remember, when you're around ignorant fools do things, okay? So if you're already telling the truth, you're walking by yourself in the glory of the Most High God's protection, he might let you get hit in the mouth to see if you're going to run away. Because, most people run away. You feel me? That's why they like to go talk to the Most High and ask for forgiveness in private, because they can't face the ones they mistreated. It's easier to go in a corner, hide in the dark, and then ask for forgiveness. God, forgive me. But he said, confide the truth out your own mouth. You bold enough and ignorant enough to say things that's wrong in public in front of the people like it ain't no problem, then why you ain't got the heart and the same tenacity to speak the truth about what you was wrong about in public? Yeah, you can't do that part, huh? Oh, that's crazy, because guess what? The Most High God is consciousness. And that means the Most High God is the awareness. That means when your ass know you did something wrong, the Most High God consciousness know your ass did something wrong. You know why? Because it is the awareness. Okay? Your mom and dad may not be the brightest candle on the cake, may not even be the light with the candle on the cake, okay? But the Most High God conscious is aware of that too. But you have free will. So as you become an adult, you can't blame mommy and daddy for every little thing. Now, there's things that they doing that can affect and hinder your progress. But they'll tell you, I brought you in this world, I can take you out. Okay, and you got the right to live your life and live without them. So, at the end of the day, when does it become your fault that you didn't leave something that serves you no good behind? At what point is it your fault you still carrying around trash in your luggage bag? At what point do you become trash if all you got in your luggage bag is trash and you hauling it around? So you're universally protected because, you got a nose. So eventually you should smell that trash stink, and then you have the consciousness to remove that trash. All right? So that is part of your protection, to have the awareness to know that when they get to stinking too bad, you might have to leave that behind. All right? Straight like that. Now, your spirit guides protect you. Right. Your spirit guides protect you. Boom. Let's see what's on the top. Understanding. You see, your spirit guides protect you, and this one's kind of about understanding. You feel me? Because if you right here, your spirit guide is over you. You feel me? Putting this back on the line for you, that's protection spiritually. You understand what I'm saying? That's your ancestor, that's your spirit guide, that's your Most High God consciousness tapped in with your higher self to help protect you. You feel me? And then even with your lower self, you still subconsciously know that you are protected by the Most High. You see how there's so wise as a serpent sitting on top, higher self, ancestor, got his back up over you, protecting you. That might be why, you'd be walking and it'd be like duck, and then you duck and you're like, man, I would have got hit in the head. I know, because got sight over you, if you understand that. You feel me? So that's, one way that you can see that you're spiritually protected. You know what I mean? I like that. That matches the spiritually conscious logo right there. You got to check that out. You feel me? Bow. It'll be on the screen when I do the video up. You feel me? Straight like that. So spiritually conscious, boom, matching that. Because you are divinely protected. Once again, fo. You know what I mean? You don't need the fo. You feel me? When you got the spiritually conscious connection, you got the fo. You feel me? Like, come on, quit playing, man. Quit playing, man. Quit playing. So we got to understand it. You feel me? Yeah, you got to understand it that, your spirit guides just got you. You feel me? They do it. You know what I mean? You got to think about it. If you're an older brother, if you got an older brother as a sibling, they pretty much probably look out for you if they're a decent person or a decent brother. They going to look out for you. At the end of the day, they all do it in some way. You know what I mean? Some of them look out for you by bullying you just to make sure that nobody else bully you because you know how to stand up for yourself. So it depends on how they're doing it. You know what I mean? But it really comes down to the connection part, like how are they communicating what they're doing? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if somebody just doing something to you and they're not really letting you understand the reason why, then you might not have a comprehension of what's going on. But the higher you ascend in your consciousness, the more you'll be able to read the intentions to understand why. Okay, we got three. I'll take all three of them bad boys. Prosperity. Okay, you got prosperity. Let's see. So, like I said, you get to understanding the reason why. Because, when they can give you the reason why, it can help you prosper in your growth of understanding. Yes, that is true. You prosper in the growth of understanding because if they're able to explain on the purpose or the reason why they're doing what they're doing, it'll help you understand that they're trying to help you. You feel me? Especially with dealing with trauma, it helps if somebody can help explain on what they're doing to help you. But whenever they don't keep your word, they have you feeling like you're missing an understanding. But at the end of the day, when they're not trying to help you for real, you do have an understanding. It's easy to tell when somebody looking the other way when you talking to them. Like, you understand what I'm saying? And I ain't the one that's gonna keep talking to them. I'm gonna let them go ahead and walk into a curse because, like I said, it's not my problem. I'm doing my job, telling you the truth. You got the free will to remain ignorant. You got the free will to be ignorant, or you got the free will to learn. At the end of the day, the ones that connected with me is far from ignorant. Why? Because we learning together. Together. You and I, T1. You and I, T1. You and I, T-Y. What's her name? You and I, T-Y. Leads to healing. Hey, man, the car's down the line. Yeah, y'all like Miss Cleo. Yeah, I'm the big cheat, dog. Yep. Real talk, bro. No gimmicks over here. Just straight real and raw. You know why? Because I've been the truth. Everything was darkness. Until the Most High God consciously said, let there be light. Oh, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Watch out, I'm pulling out your chimney. Back shots all day. Your mama was at the bottom. That's for the haters, though. So anyways, we helping you with the healing, because at the end of the day, I'm a Reiki master. So, I might be helping your mama out if you're a hater. Because if I hit her with the magic stick, in real life gonna heal it. So shout out to the ancestors because they bless you with the healing too. And that's why you can't be just laying down with everybody. Because what happens is you'll lay down with this little scumbag, right? And you'll lay down with him. And then what you did was you put that good motion into him. You feel me? That good consciousness that went into him. So now they think they're a little smarter, but they don't know they running off of your energy. Okay, they coming off of your motion. Okay, so now you lay down with Dum Dum, and now Dum Dum got an idea because you just gave it to him because it came out. That's why people that be playing you and be cheating on you, you find out they cheating on you and stuff, and it hurts your feelings like that. And you be like, I can't believe we did be like that. It's because when you was with them, you feel me? You was connected with them, and they was learning from you because their attention was already on the ill will side of the planet. Okay, so they was mating with you to try to learn on how to manipulate you. That's what you call sex as a weapon. Yes, that's what these lust demons use. You feel me? We call them lust demons because, it's just another way. At the end of the day, they're just negative energy, bro. And they don't mean, well, and all they do is take from you because at the end of the day, it's like, let's say you don't like vegetables, right? Like I don't eat vegetables, I don't eat meat, right? Cool. You don't eat vegetables, you don't eat meat, but you love hamburgers and that's beef, right? Like, yeah, I love hamburgers, right? And you eat a cow and the cow's the beef. Yeah, I love cows and steaks and all that. Right. And the cow eats a whole bunch of grass. So cow eats a whole bunch of plants. So you're still eating vegetables. You just ate the meat that ate the vegetables to get the vegetables, but it still came back to the vegetables. That's why when you with the wrong thing, you feel me? They're getting their nutrients from you. That's why your man's Kendrick Lamar said, I just eat you for my nutrients. Think about it. You need water to be hydrated. If you did do it that route, you're going to get hydration from that if they eat healthy. So, yes, you would be able to be hydrated off of doing that. And you just, you know what I'm saying? But you would still have to get another source of hydration. But yeah, hey, you'll make it through the day. You'll survive. If you did do that, you would survive. So, like I said, healing. So, like I said, when your mind and heart's in the right place, which is your intentions, See, your intentions, when your consciousness and your intentions are in motion in the right direction, which is towards prosperity or positivity, because positivity leads to prosperity. That's why a lot of people lie to you to get something out of you, because lying to you is making you believe that it's going to be positive, and then that positive emotion, which is motion on a vibration of consciousness, which is positivity. So that emotion you feeling that is feeling positive makes you give to the wrong being, and it leads to them prospering. So that is how they be deceiving you, by learning from using your healing. But when you can use your healing and get an overstanding or a understanding, either way, you're starting to stand in knowledge of knowing of something, it will help lead to your prosperity. Now, on the last one that came out that we had, it was passion. Hey, look at that. Hey. So you got passion right here. Passion. Oh, Basset, huh? One of the Egyptian people, Basset. Passion. Passion is dealing with a strong motion. You feel me? Strong motion on the conscious vibration of love and healing. You feel me? So, like I said, when you're laying down with the wrong beings, the ones whose intentions, which you have to use, when you in the physical, you feel me? You would think, oh, the heart. Right. Okay. Cool. The physical, the heart. Okay, but we're more than a vessel, so oh, so the heart is a physical. So if it wasn't physical, what would the heart be? Intentions. That's why I'm the man, dog. Big chief. The intentions is your heart. Okay, so the passion comes from the intentions. Okay, let me tell you something. If you're in a relationship for somebody who used to cheat on many of his girlfriends because he don't like being yelled at, and he don't like no woman that ain't submissive to him, they start out submissive, then they try to use sex as a weapon, and they find out you cannot conquer me. That always work out bad. So, like I said, the intention, when the intention means well with the passion, that's how you get the passion. It's positive intentions on the feeling of physical connection with another being. That's passion. Okay. So when you hear people say, oh, the passion is gone. Yes, the passion means when the passion is gone. All right, here, we're going to break it down for you. Okay. So, like I said, your subconscious mind is your spirit. Your conscious mind is your soul. Okay. And everybody ain't got no consciousness. So, when somebody, this is how, if you want to know if your spouse is cheating on you or your relationship is over, I'm going to drop a gem. It's when the passion is gone. And what I mean by that is this: your passion, okay, is dealing with your consciousness mind, or it's mainly your consciousness mind. Like when for real, but everybody ain't got a consciousness. So you subconscious mind is still consciousness, but a subconscious is consciousness with limitations and boundaries. Okay, so that's basically like how you end up with people talking about what you can and can't do, but they're not you. That's all subconscious talk. That's program mindset. That's a subconscious mind. It's what is the basis of your thought pattern when you ain't making a decision, but a thought gotta happen. That's pretty much what your subconscious mind is. Program thoughts that you got from what you've been around hearing all the time, and now something needs to be thought of, so it just picked it out of that box. So what I say in that for is this: when a person is only passionate with you when they're under the influence of a mind altering substance. And what I mean by that is they can never do nothing sober, passionate with you. They always need to have a drink. Like, let me get a shot, let me get a beer, let me get a glass of wine, let me roll this blunt, let me smoke a couple cigarettes, let me smoke this cigar. Like, it's always let me do something that alters my mindset before we can do this purposely. That is subconsciousness. They're saying, like, I'm trying to tap into my primal passion, but I'm not consciously passionate about you. So let me get this drink so I can think about something else that I'm passionate about because it ain't you. But I'm going to use my motion and energy on you to make you think it's passion so I can continue to prosper over you. Because the ones that ain't got good intentions for you anyways is trying to be above you in the first place. I'm the big chief. I don't have to have $1 million to be the big chief. The Most High God Consciousness already said I'm the big chief. The ancestors already said I'm the big chief. They ain't told me this personally. I didn't need you to know this. Okay, that's why I'm me and you're not. Okay, so you're you and I'm me. Okay, so I know who I am. That was with or without you, because you ain't helped me learn me. The Most High God Consciousness showed me. So I know who I am. So since I know I'm the big chief, I don't need to be like, oh, well, I'm the big chief and I need $1 million in my bank account. Like, I don't have to have all that to be who I am. I'm me. So I already know that. So since I'm already who I am, I don't need Louis Vuitton because I don't want to wear Louis Vuitton. First of all, Louis Vuitton don't even stand on business like I stand on business. And I'm about the Most High God Consciousness business. So Louis Vuitton ain't even equal to me. It's beneath me if it wanted to compare. So I ain't no comparing to me. That's why it can't do nothing but be under. So I'm on the ascended consciousness connection. And to me, this is better than Louis Vuitton because this means something. This matters. This is certified and branded and stamped and approved by the Most High God Consciousness. So this is above Louis Vuitton. So we care none. So like I said, since I'm already good and I'm already in my wealth because I'm connected with the Most High God Consciousness, I don't have to lie or deceive you to prosper. I'm already prospering consciously. Now it's starting to show physically. Okay, so like I said, once again, the ones that ain't got no passion for you that you believe you're supposed to be in some kind of relationship with is because they're not consciously connected to you. They constantly want to connect with something else. That's why they have to do mind altering substance to be in a lower vibration of subconscious running to be able to perform them kind of duties on you to make it seem as if it was passion. But what they're using is lust. Because that's why you're drained and you not healed after your so-called passionate event. You understand what I'm saying? That's how that go. That's how that go. So when you connected with someone who is legit with a passion about you, then when y'all connect, it's gonna be like rest afterwards. It's gonna be like you recharging each other up. Like you know, you're gonna put in that work, but when you're done, you're gonna just be together, just recharging at peace. Because if you're truly passionate about each other, after you guys connect with your passion, you'll end up resting and healing, which will lead to your prosperity from you consciously connecting together. And then once you start ascending from working together as a team, you will be prospering, which will lead to an overstanding. And to those that don't understand, that's not your problem, because it'd be about your connection. And when you got your true passion about it, you're not gonna be worried about what they really tripping, because you already know you're universally protected. Fo by your spirit guides, your ancestors, the Most High God consciousness, and the person that you are passionate with, because you're coming together for the right reasons. And you two, or you four or one, or however y'all work it out, y'all will be on the same understanding or accord. And that's why it'll lead to y'all prosperity, and it'll always be healing when y'all connect with each other on a passionate level. Ashe. That's how we get down. That's nice. I liked it. That was pretty good, man. I gotta clap for that. Hey, you know, man, hey, you never know how one message is gonna come with me. You feel me? We'd already hit him with a spirit hurricane, because the ancestors was rocking with me the hardest out of anybody. I don't care who your spiritual coaches is, who you listening to. You better watch my videos, because they hit him with the spiritual hurricane before it even happened, bro. Hey, so I had two of them. You gotta watch it. It was 2-part reading. I've been had it on my stuff. So, hey, you could have had a heads up, but you weren't listening to me. You must have been listening to somebody else. I mean, I guess you was chasing the money or something. Yeah, that's always going to work out to something that's not too good. You feel me? Like dealing with the devil. Hashtag Jake Paul Anthony Joshua. Yeah, he broke Jake Paul's face up. Right. Shout out to white supremacy, because you see what happened after that? Take it how you want to. At the end of the day, what is a coincidence? I mean, you really think it's an accident? Hey, I don't know. We're just saying, yeah, you know what? It was an accident, right? Don't block my video. It was an accident. You feel me? Just Jake Paul, all his fights are just supposed to be fixed, and he already doing little gestures and stuff. Somebody fighting Mike Tyson and stuff, and then he gonna try to fight Tank, and out of nowhere, Tank Davis just get arrested. But he talking about he was gonna get arrested. Like, come on, man, think about this. And then Tank playing with the balloon like he knew his fate was sealed anyways. But at the end of the day, that just mean he ain't gonna get no real time like that and stuff. But like I said, I ain't worried about none of that, because that's what they do. You feel me? I'm just throwing in names here to let you know how this is going, but what it's going, and you gonna keep me popping in the algorithm, since that's how you want to run it. And I don't care what's like to deal with the devil. Straight up. I'm gonna tell you one thing: don't blame the devil. You have free will. You have free will. Hey, that's why you not the big chief. You ain't had a manhood and the technical fortitude to stand on your own business, like the Most High God Consious said, to say, you know what, I ain't taking that deal. Straight up. Homeless, whatever. I'm still authentic self, bro. Me, all day. No goofy shit. Straight up. Don't be no mascot. Yeah. I ain't no mascot, bro. That's right. If you're brand trash, I'm not rocking it. Yeah, that's right. If you're doing the wrong deals, you know what I'm saying? You know, you out here you don't do nothing but work out with sell up black people, you want to shuck and jive for you, I ain't doing no business with you. You feel me? If I signed the deal to do something with you, bro, I'm about that life for real. Let me tell you something. All your bodyguards soft. Can't none of them work with me. Straight like that. Every bodyguard you got soft. On my mama and on his mama, he's soft. Straight up, soft. Wish he would. You understand? Wish he would. So with that being said, I don't care. If I don't like the deal, I'm gonna cancel that shit. I will cancel that shit straight up. I ain't soft, bro. I cancel that. Whatever the half of what I was supposed to get, bro. Because look, I don't trust y'all for nothing. Straight up, I ain't no seller. I'm the truth. I don't trust none of you lying people. Straight like that. I'm with the ancestors for real. I check in with them over you every day. So with that being said, any deal you come at me with, whatever money I get from y'all, I wouldn't do nothing but leave it in the bank, bro. I would leave it in the bank for like the first 6 months and not even touch that. Just for the fact that if I gotta cancel that deal on you, you talk your weak ass money shit to me, I'm gonna throw that shit back in your face like Mookie. Except I ain't picking that shit up off the ground. It's gonna stay there or blow away. So do the right thing. Been there, done did. Past that. Mookie off do the right thing ain't on my level because he picked up the other $200. He get $250 a week. Sam threw $500 at him. He took the 300, threw $200 back, and then before he left, he picked the other two up, and that's why Sam was still cool talking to him. I leave that shit on the ground, and that's why they know they can't talk to me. Money don't make me the Most High God. Consciousness did. Your approval was never necessary. I'm here to help you, but I ain't got to. My free will is to show you got a choice. Go pick the jackass. I don't care. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I'm prospering over here, doing that shit without you. How much money you give me today? Then damn it, I didn't need it. Well, how many views I got on my video? Well, nigga, that's why I'm charging you to help you now. You don't know what you need till you need it. So I guess you might want to rock with the Ascended. Otherwise, find out. At the end of the day, find out. The indigenous people was made to identify as black here in America. Your Caucasian Filipinos is who y'all think is y'all Indians in America. Google that. Ancestors for real, I'll show you. Luck, wonderful things happening. Of course, luck and wonderful things happening. First of all, luck is just what they say. Luck is what they say when they don't want to say that God bless you. When they don't want to say the Most High God constantly bless you and you constantly manifested something, they want to say it was luck. Right. So they would say, like, look, I'm going to help point y'all. I'm going to use me as an example, right? You see this right here? They'll say I'm wearing this because it was luck. It was designed like this and everything because it was luck. But somehow, how is it luck when it was manifested off my life on the Spiritually Conscious YouTube channel? Shout out to y'all right there, Spiritually Conscious YouTube channel. You can see it on the live. Oh, misread. It's the Ascended Consciousness Connection YouTube channel. But that's the one that was on. But I recorded it on a TikTok live. See how I work them? Because they always trying to hit me up, bro. We on another level. They always behind me. So that's TikTok live. This is the Spiritually Conscious YouTube channel right here. Then I be on Twitch, and then I be on other. I'll be rocking them, bro. They be trying. They can't keep up with me, dog. I'm like. So like I said, wonderful things is happening. 777, you know, the lucky sevens, you know, right there. So wonderful things is happening, you know what I mean? And it is wonderful to see that the sellouts is, you know what the sellouts is, like how all of a sudden it's just going all bad for him out of nowhere. Like, yeah, that's your slave master, bro. Your owner, he mad today. He gotta go down in the bunker, sun flaring too much on him. So he's like, you know what, you gotta bleach your skin today, little Rodney. Go bleach your skin today, little Rodney, and dye your hair blonde on top. Then go out there and do a stupid dance in the closet. Because I seen on the Ascended Consciousness, the Big Chief did a dance and his shit was nice. So now we got to have you do one to try to have the algorithm messed up, because that's the only thing we can try to do to hold him back. But I'm like, the more poverty you put these people in, the closer you is going to bring them to me. I'm not the one putting them in poverty. I'm the one that try to help them deal with it. Because poverty is a mindset. Boom. Help you lead you to victory right here. Because like I said, poverty is a mindset. Okay? Poverty is a mindset. You see, it's over here lit, bro. You see, you got the ancestry up here at the top on it. You see it? Boom, the ancestors at the top got your back. Your spirit guys got your back. You feel me? They coming with the fiery heart because they passionate about you with the love and attention they got for you because you was helping them. They died for us. We living for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Victory. That's what you got when you got your mindset right on the spiritual conscious connection. And that's when they'll say, oh, you must be lucky. You must be lucky. You must be lucky. You must be lucky. Why? Because you constantly got your mind right and now it led you to victory? Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups, boy. Overflowing. You feel me? It led you to victory. Your cups is overflowing. You feel me? Straight like that. I don't know what I did with one of my little things. I dropped it. But overflowing, bro. That's beautiful. And the Queen of Wands, bro. So y'all, hey, so it might be a woman out here that's on top of her game, bro. I got the Queen of Wands, man. Might be a woman out here at the top of her game right now that's listening. This message might be for one of them. It might also be that maybe you was a man on a romantic, because you might be passionate with you might have a little queen out here, man, that you passionate about. So you got to make sure you're conscious and play the cards right, because you got to make sure you're coming at her with the positive mindset, and you need to be honest. Remember, you got to be honest. You got to be honest with your intentions, because at the end of the day, when you're passionate about somebody, it's not going to be just lust. Because people who's usually passionate about somebody, it's usually something dealing with their mentality that they like just as much as something physical. So you might be like, dang girl, you got that pretty neck with them long, beautiful hair, but you'll be like, but your eyes and your charisma with your sense of humor. And I like this type of intelligence that you bring to the table. And that, whatever that is going to be what it is for you. But like I said, it's going to be more than just a physical attraction when you find yourself passionate about someone. And when you find yourself passionate about somebody and they're dealing with something that's more than just physical, you mess around and be dealing with somebody that mess around and be a queen to you. Because she'll be a queen to you when you consciously see her as one. Because everything starts in the mind. I'm moving around like that because I had dropped these over here, messing around with my things. I got one on the road somewhere, but I didn't hear it hit nothing. There it is. Yeah, boy. See, you ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. She said, girl, you want to hit me up because it's Friday? He said, she only want to hit me up because it's Friday. Hey, mom, with a deck for confirmation on that. Ace of Swords. Oh man, hey, he up and on point, man. You see that red at the top, like you a crown out here, boy. Like you done just pulled up on him and just lit your light shining like you a king out here or something. But you humble like that. You ain't even trying to do nothing like that. But you already shining like a king, man. Cause you blessed like that. Cause you're underneath the universal protection. And that's why they said it's lucky that these wonderful things is happening for you. Well, I can accept that it's lucky that wonderful things is happening for you. Congratulations. Just know that they're not gonna stop once you keep your intentions right. Cause you gotta keep moving with your emotion. You feel me? You gotta keep moving with your emotion toward that positive direction. You feel me? And you gotta make sure you're going consciously upward. You know what I mean? That's ascended. You want to keep going up with your consciousness, because at the end of the day, it starts with your head. That's why they always try to attack your mind. At the end of the day, man, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. Most people in the world got PTSD, bro. They just don't know it. They just don't know it. That's why they be in there grocery shopping and one person just get running and barking, and then 20 people just take off running. Oh my God! It's like you didn't even see what it was, bro. You running away just to be running away without making no kind of observation at all, bro, just shows that you're dealing with some kind of trauma. Like, how are you that afraid? Because any kind of belief or spiritual practice, it will all deal with some kind of standing firm, lacking fear, and being aware. That's why I just say, man, I'm your spiritual coach because I want to see you be successful and I want to let you know that I'm on the same team. And then I'm trying to let you know that I'm not competing against you. I'm really a player coach, man, because I'm in the game with you. You feel me? But I'd rather sit on the bench and let you shine. You feel me? I got no problem with talking to you and then finding out that you got a Fortune 500 company after I talk to you and it just helps you keep your marriage together. And now your son is talking to you on a different level because you guys just bumping heads, but I open your eyes up to a different direction of being able to see it because, you know, I've been on both sides of the fence, bro. A lot of things in life I went on both sides of the fence because I always knew how to get back to where I came from. I always been physically strong and consciously aware on some kind of level at the end of the day. I always had something at some kind of level, bro. So I was always wise enough to know that if I was gonna go on the other side of the fence, I'm gonna at least be hanging on the fence while I'm looking down before I let go to determine if that's even where I want to be at. Because if not, I'm just gonna go right back over. Because I always had a mentality of I'm not gonna tell on nobody that's doing something with me, bro. I never was a snitch, bro. I never was a snitch, bro. I wasn't. You know what I mean? I wasn't a snitch, bro. But I still tell a story, you feel me? That's true. So, like, if we did a move, bro, and you happen to be the nigga that fell and got cut on his arm and shit, I'll tell the story, bro. I just ain't gonna say it was you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, man, it was three of us. We was doing this. One of them was running. He fell, cut his arm up. We laughed. We all got away. It was cool. But I ain't telling nobody. I'm just letting you know what happened. But the dude that fall, he'll know it's him. Like, I'll do that. You feel me? But if it don't work out, you know, whatever we doing, man, like let's say I'm driving without a license or something. Let's say I ain't got no license and I'm driving, bro, and let's say it's your car, you feel me, and you ain't there, and then I get pulled over. Yeah, you know I'm driving your car, bro. But if the cop asks, did you know, I'll be like, yeah, you know I was driving it. And then if he say, did you know I didn't have a license, for example, you feel me? I would say, no, he thought I did have one. I lied to his ass. That's how I do it. So that's why I'm the realest, bro. Like my niggas know, my people know, bro. I would have said it like that. Like, yeah, man. Yeah, he knew I was driving his car. He said I could drive it. That way, you know it's not stolen. Did he know that you didn't have a license? I'll be like, well, if I say he didn't, if I say he did know, then he could be in trouble for letting me drive his car. So since I'm a real one and I ain't a snitch, I would be like, well, no, I lied to him. Like, you lied to your friend. He's like, yeah, I lied to my friend because I cared about his feelings and I didn't want him to tell me no. So I told him, yeah, I had a license, but I figured you wouldn't be pulling me over when I ain't do shit wrong. I know I'm black, but damn, you just blooped me. If you wouldn't have just been blooped me because I was black, he wouldn't even know that I ain't had no life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I would do it just like that, where the cop just be, man, whatever, and they write it down. But you got to have some kind of self-respect. You got to have some kind of morals. You got to have some kind of self-code. You got to have some kind of consciousness connection to be able to stand on business like that. See, y'all be dealing with people that ain't legit. That's why they was like, oh, well, I didn't want to drive the car, but he said he needed me to go take his son there because he had to go do this. So he told me. I told him I shouldn't be driving, but he told me to drive anyway. Them ain't your friends. Them ain't your friends. Them ain't your friends. He said, so I'm just letting you know how we doing over here. You feel me? So 666, reflect, wake up to your higher self. Remember, reflect, wake up to your higher self. So basically what we saying is reflect. That means sit back in what you really are, which is your consciousness. So when you can sit back into your consciousness, you can reflect on what you consciously experience, which they'll call, when you go into meditation, when you go into deep meditation, you can end up reflecting on yourself. You go into deep meditation, you can reflect and wake up to your higher self, which is the same thing as me saying you can just sit back into your consciousness, which is what you is. You can reflect and wake up to your higher self. So, like I said, the spirit guides, the ancestors, the subconscious consciousness, it's all about tapping into the higher levels of it because it's abundant, it's limitless, it's elevated, it's ascended, it's a, it's pick a word that means above a thyself. And that's that, okay? So that's how we do it with that. We just gonna pull the card off and nothing come out to the next two little, okay, let's see, boom. The devil. Oh, hey, what the devil? The devil made me do it. Oh, because you're consciously not accepting responsibility for choices with your free will. This guy, this being, only is basically just presenting choices. Opportunities. It's popping up like Weinstein on you. Like, hey, heard you want to be in the industry. Got these knee pads over here. If you want to get in them, you can get in this. Now, he didn't say you had to do it. But if you want to be involved in that, then you had to do it. But at the end of the day, were you alive before that was even a possibility? If the answer is yes, then you don't have to do that. So quit saying the devil made me do something. Your lack of responsibility. The Hermit. Perfect card. Perfect card right here. Because how can the devil make you do something when you have the free will to just go in hermit mode and just not partake in it? So the devil trying to get you to do something you don't want to do. You mess around and fall into hermit mode. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the free will to say no. But then you'll have this one trying to act like you missed out on something. Like, hey, you could have this. Yeah. And then look, he's on his knees and he look like his back hurts. So you're probably better off without that. Hey, bottom of the deck for confirmation. Oh my goodness. 10 of Wands, bro. Look at that. 10 of Wands, dude. Ten of Wands, man. So we're gonna have to get off of there. But like I said, for your confirmation, because remember, I said bottom of the deck for confirmation. I said it looked like his back was broke. I said look, his back was hurt because he was on his knees, and look, the devil made him do all that. The devil made him do all that for what he was willing to give. But all you had to do was go in hermit mode and mind your own business, and you was gonna be good. So at the end of the day, remember, you're under universal protection from the universe, the Most High God, consciousness, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels. Got people saying that you're lucky. triple sevens, because that was the 444s. Now these are triple sevens. God, I'm saying you're lucky because of all the wonderful things that is happening, which got you into the message, which you reflecting triple six. You know, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. Shout out to the electrons. Shout out to the melanated beings, and shout out to the non-melanated beings. Because at the end of the day, it's about the ascended consciousness connection. And as long as we connect consciously on the ascended way, there's always something we can do to work together. Because we're gonna persevere together. As long as we consciously connected on this ascended consciousness connection. Outside of that, you on your own. I say. So, like I said, reflect, wake up to your higher self, and connect with the big chief on your ascended consciousness connection. And watch how everybody want to use their hands like me, man. They always copying me. Ashe, and the big chief has spoken. Ooh.